Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Radish. Transform, transcend. Productive, positive impact fueled by truth, allowing you to step into your calling. I don't know about you, but I love my vegetables. Let's get into it. Do you ever find yourself wondering how things you did in the past, perhaps even past lives, might be affecting and limiting you now? How deep do you really want to swim in that? How far do you want to go before you actually end up getting lost and creating a limiting loop? More whitewash, more escape? That's a good question. So let's talk about that today. Past lives. Things that you did past in this life, things that you did in your past lives, are all echoes of who you were. Echoes literally of the universe, because you know the truth is, you are everything and everything is you. You are both an individuated individual and part of a harmonious whole. It's absolutely amazing. So the real truth is you can filter for whatever you want. If you quit smoking and you're looking at the ground, all you're going to see is cigarette butts. Looking at the ground, you're never going to see anything else until you're through the withdrawals. What can you do? Well, you can stop looking at the ground. How does that relate? Well, when we're looking for excuses, rationalization, justification, or even a deeper understanding of ourselves and our current situation, it's always easiest, or seems so, to run to the past, to run to circumstances, to justify and rationalize why, because somehow we feel judged. We feel not enough. The truth is, you're more than enough. No one has the right to judge you except for yourself. And the place to address those echoes of the past is most pertinent in the present. Yes, you have had infinite amounts of past lives. And just like how everything you ate for the last 7 years makes up your body and who you are and what your health is today, what you've done in the past builds a reputation of who you are now up until this point. And your past lives are an even more distant echo. Interestingly enough, the past lives we filter for often have to do with that limiting loop that we're trying to leave, and as such, it's very infrequent that they actually help us leave that loop. The way to leverage this would simply be bringing awareness to the pattern that you have. Going into your past lives is a fantastic way to know more about who you have been in the past and the patterns you've had in the past. What has built you to be who you are up until this moment. And it doesn't have to dictate who you are in the next moment. Who you are in the future is not found in your past. It's found in your present. So if you want to know how to heal the things that are showing up from the past, bringing the awareness, you must go into the present. You must go into yourself. You must look for the places where you are moving through fear, where you're moving through doubt, where you're moving through regret, where you're feeling not enough, where you're comparing yourself, marginalizing yourself. That is now in the present. Don't look to other people or places or things. Your soul is bringing you awareness, not to take you into the past, but to show you the pattern to look for in the present, to fix in the present. And often when we're going through these things, it can be in combination with other things. We all know mind, body, spirit. So what your soul is showing you is also happening in your physical body, in your physical health, in your physical relationships, in your wealth. And it's in your mind, which means often mineral imbalance, vitamin imbalance, or simply a chemical imbalance. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. We are all made uniquely with some strengths and some weaknesses. Identifying these things through a combination of approaches is absolutely vital. Absolutely find out if and what those chemical imbalances are so that they can be addressed. There is a proper place for healthcare professionals, and it's important to not just be self-diagnosing, to not be expecting the people that you're in relationships with to be your therapist or be your doctor, even if they're qualified. It's important that you have a safe space that's separate for your healing, where you're getting the mental health support that you need, where you're getting the emotional support that you need, where you're getting the physical support that you need, whether that's through training or mindset work or exercise or somebody giving you directives about maybe you're not neurotypical and that's okay. How do you function in the greater world? Behavioral modification, awareness, learning to use softeners, learning to read body language, understanding the things that trigger you and how to manage yourself, how to manage your emotional body. My friends, managing your emotional body and your mental body are the two most foundational steps for gaining transcendence, for transforming your life, for creating more space for wealth, health, and happiness. 100%. And it's never a singular approach. It's always something we approach from all angles simultaneously, making sure that we're fully supported. Yes, you can go into the Akashic and you can work with your higher self and you can work with a healthcare professional. And while it is true there are many healthcare professionals you can't talk to about past lives, there are some out there. And even if you don't have one you can talk to about that, you can still go and have any kind of analysis or testing done to understand your body's chemistry, to understand your endocrine system and your hormone balance, to understand the mental chemicals in your brain that are being dropped on a physical level. You can have someone who just addresses the physical level, and you can take that information. It's potent, it's powerful. You can take that information, you can have someone who just addresses the physical level for exercise and health and training, and you can say, these are the things that are wrong. I don't want to go a Western route to get this healed. I want to go another route. So what are the foods? What are the exercises? What are the supplements? And you can find another person to take that analysis to that can help you, who's professionally trained in alternative medicine, if that's your preference, or in tandem with Western medicine, if that's your preference, to heal yourself. And at the same time, you can be doing yoga and meditation and spiritual work. It's never a singular path. Our soul is here, our past lives are here, our remembrances are here, not to draw us back into the past. They're echoes, they're messages, just like when your knee hurts because you've run too hard on it, the ache in your knee tells you to slow down. It doesn't tell you to push harder, to run harder. When you're getting past life memories coming up, it's an ache in your greater soul body, wanting to be noticed, wanting your awareness, so that you can be guided to what the pattern is that you're trying to leave. So that not through then analyzing through all of your past lives, but in your present life, looking for that pattern. What is happening now? What is relevant now? How are you showing up now? Why are you still repeating that now? What can you do now to shift that? What help and support do you need and are absolutely worthy and deserving to have? Because the truth is, there are people out there who are just waiting for you to step into your calling and have meaningful, purposeful impact. So, my beautiful lovelies, I'm curious, what burning questions do you still have? What were your biggest aha moments and takeaways? Be brave, be bold. Drop them in the comments below.